Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Shiver Reach. I'll be doing my first ever bookshelf organization. Before I jump right into it, if you're new to this channel, please don't hesitate to subscribe down below. But okay, first of all, this is my first ever bookshelf organization, so I don't even know how this will go, but I'm planning to do this in multiple days just because, one, my furniture that was supposed to arrive did arrive, but unfortunately due to circumstances I was not able to actually assemble it, so I had to return it. Or I didn't have to return it because they were like, well, it's damaged, so they're giving me a refund, but now I have to get another. I was like, I'm done with that TV stand whatsoever. Like, I just don't think it's a good TV stand at this point. Like, it's really hard to assemble it. So I was like, I'm gonna go for another TV stand altogether. So now I'm waiting for that one, which won't come until next week. But at this point, I'm so tired of just having all these boxes there and having these shelves just empty. And I still have 3 more bookshelves I bought from IKEA that hopefully will all fit in my living room. So these are my old shelves that I'm putting in my bedroom. So I'm going to at least today attempt to organize these 3 shelves and see how this goes. This is not going to be the entire video, obviously, because I have 3 more shelves there. So I have no idea how I'm going to organize either. I feel like by the end of this first part, I guess, which will be in one video, by the way, I don't think I'm going to do like a part 2, but for today at least, the way how I envision it is to at least have all these boxes, at least some of the boxes unboxed and some of the books put on my shelves. And I don't expect this to be the final look. I feel like after I build my next 3 shelves and organize all of that, which will be obviously in future clips, this product right now would not be the finished product. So anyways, I'm excited to go into it. I really don't know how this is going to work, and yeah, hopefully it'll be okay. We'll see how this goes. But I'm excited. Like, I have way too many books and I really need to organize these, and hopefully this will not take too long because I feel like it will. Anyways. Okay, so I am done for today. At least I did this for like the past hour or so. I'm so freaking tired. I have so many freaking books right now. So yeah, that's kind of like my shelves for now. And I will update you guys as I go along with this. But yeah, hopefully like I'll be done in the next week or so. But that's kind of like what I'm doing right now. And anyways, I'm tired. Okay, so just update you guys quickly on this organization because it's clearly been quite some time. I've been at it for the past 30-40 minutes or so. I'm taking a break because I'm actually like, technically I'm working, but I took a break from work to work on this, and now I have to go back and start working again. But it's a mess right now. I don't even know, like, I still have a lot of, I feel like I did a lot, but then I still have a lot of boxes. So right now my main priority is to just get all the books out first, and then from there I can kind of decide like what to do. I kind of have it separated based on like hardcovers versus paperbacks, and then I have like young adult-ish, and then I have adult on that side, and that's kind of my vague, you know, organization for now. And then I have the top shelves right now reserved for arcs, because apparently like all of those are arcs, and like I have a lot apparently. Anyways, it's a lot of stuff right now. I'm hoping to get a little bit more done later this afternoon, and hopefully my goal for tonight is to just like get all the boxes out, or all the books out for the boxes. And you can see like in the corner over here, those are all boxes still, and it goes in like another few rows. So it's been great so far. So yeah, that's my little update for now, and let's get back into the bookshelf organization. god, I don't even know what to do right now. It's so insane. So as you can tell, like pretty much all of my shelves are packed except for like 2 that are like half full, but the rest are pretty much completely like filled up. And as you can tell, like the top 3 are like, there's no way all those books will fit there. I don't even know what to do with them at this point. I thought I had like enough shelves for like all of my books, but I haven't even unpacked all of them yet. I still have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 boxes of books, and please send help. Anyways, I am going to take a break now and finish some stuff from work, and then I will hopefully be back and finish everything today. Like, we'll see. Once I at least get everything like situated from here and in my bedroom, then I'm gonna go in and like rearrange everything. But I just need to get my books out first. Like, what the heck? Okay, so my battery's about to die, but I'm gonna call it night for now because I still have maybe like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 books I forgot. So I thought I had 10, but I have 12 boxes, so I have 9 left. And let me turn you guys over for a second. Look at all of those piles over there where my TV's at. Like, these are all books that don't fit on this shelf, and I honestly don't know how I'm going to fit this sometime soon. I don't know. I'm gonna have to rearrange the whole thing, obviously, with all of these stuff, but I just want to get everything out first, and then I can figure out where things goes. But I have about 3 stacks over here of ARCs, so I don't know what to do about those books up there right now. And I have 2 stacks, like very long, big stacks of hardcovers, young adult hardcovers, and then I have a small stack of Book of the Month books. Those are easy to do because I have like one shelf in my other room that's dedicated for that, and I do have space on there, so I feel comfortable or confident enough that if I don't have too many books. I have enough, like I have a lot still, but like I don't have like a ton, you know. So anyway, I'm gonna call it quits for today because it is now 6 p.m. and I am super tired. I've been like doing this on my breaks and back and forth, and I thought I could at least do everything today. Like, I mean, I can technically, but I'm just tired and my battery's dying. So anyways, I will continue on this endeavor sometime tomorrow. All right, so basically all of my books are out. I have a few boxes left. I think it's just like, but they're small boxes and they're books I read already, so they will go into that one shelf over there, so I'm not going to bother with those. But I need to somehow organize the rest of these books. As you can tell, I started double stacking them because my table no longer fits all of the stacks anymore, and they are very high. So I don't really want to stack them more in case it just falls over. So I'm gonna go through the books right now and see like what I can do. I do have a few spaces in the other room. I have like my lower shelves that are pretty much free right now, so I can fit quite a number of books in there, but this is like insane. I don't know what happened. I also had boxes that I never opened from New York, just because I didn't have space in my old place to even just bother opening them, so I just left them closed this entire time, and I had like 4 or 5 boxes that were just untouched essentially. So that was fun, going through books that I'm like I haven't seen in like 4 years, I feel like. But yeah, so anyways, I'm gonna go through all these books now and see like how it is. I have a feeling that this is going to be the longest video in existence, just because of how much footage I have and how many books I have as well. But yeah, like I'm super tired right now, and I need to at least clear my desk so I can like eat, because it's now like lunchtime. But anyways, yeah, it's been a real struggle. Okay, so I decided my first plan of action is to take out the books that are on my like secret TBRs, because this way at least I can put it in a separate pile altogether, and it'll give up some room, hopefully. But yeah, we'll see how this goes, because I already took out some books when I did my other bookshelves. But anyways, I'm like overwhelmed right now. Okay, well that took a way shorter than I expected. My next plan of action is I want to do it in year of publication, or like by publication order for my arcs, but I have so many, you don't understand. I have all of those up there. I have those 2 in the other room. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 giant piles, and 6, 6.5, something like that, of arcs, and they obviously would not fit all the way up there because that's just impossible. And I have 1 TBR cart. That's what I use. I guess I can use my other TBR cart. I wasn't really sure what to use that for, so I guess I use it for my books as well. But I just have I'm like so overwhelmed. I don't even know, like, I don't even know what to do right now. Let me think. I think I'm going to do, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all my hardcovers on here, because this is like my display shelves, and then I'm going to put my paperbacks in the other room and just stack them up on the bottom shelf, because that way at least like it looks better, and I like hardcovers better. So let's just get to work. Yeah. All right, so I have some stacks of books here. So I actually kind of went through it right now and got my 2018 arcs. There aren't actually that many, so that's good news. But this is one of my TBR cards. I'm going to use both of my TBR cards as arcs because I don't think any of my shelves would really fit all of that. So I did separate these off camera because it was just all over the place. And I'm going to organize these right now by publication date, and then I'm going to work on 2019. I'm going to start from the bottom up, so this would be the oldest, and then I'll move up with the newer ones. So yeah, we'll see how many books I can fit, but I feel like if I remember correctly, TBR cards can fit quite a lot of books, so we'll see. I have two of these tiny ones. 's finally done. I did find like one 2011 arc, so yeah, but everything else is done for 2018. Moving on to 2019. All right, so of course after I said that, I screwed myself over because then I found a giant pile right here, if you guys can see, of 2018, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 giant piles of 2019, so can't wait. I give up on doing it by publication month. I'm just going to do it by year. One TBR is done. Okay, 2019 done. All right, I'm officially on 2020 and I have 6 large piles right behind me. Can't wait, but at least all of the tops now are done, like they're clean. So once I'm done filling up these, I would go start filling up those. Can't wait. Okay, done with this cart. Okay, last update for the day, I think, because I am pretty freaking exhausted, but I have done all the arcs now. They are they are sorted by publication year, and all I had left were like 2 small piles that end up fitting underneath my TV stand. So pretty much everything fits right now for my arcs. Thankfully, I had a lot of them in my TBR carts. Thank God for those 2. But yeah, they're all up there now and in the other room. So yeah, not too bad. But now I have to go through and finish up like everything else here. So I don't know, I'm really tired. I think I'm done for the day at least, but at least I got most of the books out of the way on my table, and I have a few spaces down there now. Well, like not really, but anyways, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the normal shelves done, minus like the ones in the front, and then I have to do all the other rest, but it's coming along. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so it is currently day 4 since I have started this whole bookshelf project thing that I'm doing, and it's been going not so great. I am honestly kind of overwhelmed. Not kind of, very overwhelmed, but I have finished, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these shelves. I started to like double stack them like this and this, and I finished this one too. So I finished 7 of the shelves. Some of them I did off camera just because it was too much. And then I also noticed that I actually did not finish taking out all the books from my boxes. I forgot that I ran out of boxes when I was packing, and so I ended up putting them in 2 very large like trash bags. So I haven't taken them out yet. So they're just sitting there right now. I don't want to touch them right now because I'm like, there's no point touching them right now because I don't have space to even do any of this. So I'm going to work on these 4 shelves right now while I take a break from work, and then my adult shelves. My issue right now is that I did not realize how many adult books I have. I feel like I don't really have that many, but apparently I do, because that is all of my adult books, that last shelf there, and I need to somehow fit them all in 5 shelves plus the one over there in my other room that I'm like reserved for adult books. So anyways, let's just get back to work and hopefully I can do this somewhat fast. Okay, all the shelves are done now for these 2 shelves, and then all the rest of the extra books I'm gonna put in my other room. But now I have to work on my adult books, which will take a long time because it's like more weird. I don't have that many like hardcovers, and that's kind of how I separate it. So we'll see. I might have enough for like 1 more shelf. I'm actually gonna move my book of the month shelf from the other room to this room over here because I am missing like these 5 books and they don't fit in the other shelf, but they will probably fit on this shelf. We'll see. I don't know. I'm just like, this is, I'm tired. So all the shelves are done and I'm moving back to my other room now with all the extra books that don't fit into the shelves, and we'll see from there. I have a few shelves that are empty now because I did move my book of the month picks over there and it fit perfectly, so I'm glad I did that. But now I have a lot of paperbacks primarily that will be in the other room. So I'm going to switch this camera view so we can go back to the other room and see how that goes. But this has been the longest process, but I'm hoping that soon, like today or tomorrow, this will be all done and I can finally show you like the final result of my very cumbersome books. Okay, so as you can tell, this lighting is not the greatest, but I don't know, I'm still trying to figure this out. I feel like my lamp thingy is like really short. Anyways, whatever. Point is, my shelves are done. So I'm gonna go through each shelf individually right now and let you guys see like how I kind of organized it. It is a mess in terms of like any theme or like color coding. Like I've seen people do all these cool things, but like I can't afford to do that. I have very limited amount of space and I just managed to stick all of my books in here. At this point I felt like I was doing a jigsaw puzzle because I was trying to like maneuver certain books. I was like, oh, this is a little bit of space, let me find a book that'll fit in here, etc. So I was not too picky in terms of like how it looked. I just want everything to fit in this in my shelves. So I'm gonna go through every single shelf right now very briefly and just let you guys kind of know like what I did with these, and then I'll move on to my next room, which is my other 3 shelves, and that one is a little bit more messy too. But anyways, I'll just let you guys see what I've been doing. All right, so starting up with the top shelf over here, these are all arcs. They're not in any particular order. I just had them kind of done by year. So these are all 2020 arcs, and that's really all there is to it. There's no like theme involved, nothing like that. Moving down, this is my young adult shelf, and that's only how I organize it. I only did it by hardcovers and versus paperback, and adult versus young adult. So this is my young adult shelf. It looks very organized here. I have like one little thing here that I use as a you know, decorated thingy. Moving down over here, I started to do a lot of these type of piles because they fit a lot more books like that, and this is another young adult shelf as well. Primarily they're like fantasy, but I do have a few like contemporaries in there. Moving down over here, this is another young adult shelf, and I try to stick series together, so you can see there is a paperback and a hardcover, but that's fine because it's part of a series. And yeah, this is more of my hardcovers. Anyways, now this is my other shelf. This is another hardcover young adult. I would say this is primarily contemporary. It's just how it worked. Yeah, I have a few fantasy in there. I think just that one over there is fantasy, but everything else is contemporary for the most part. And then finally, the last shelf over here is my paperbacks. I have a lot of series in here, so I just kind of kept them together as much as I can. And I did try to kind of organize them by heights of the books, just because it looks neater like that, just more organized. All right, so moving to my top middle shelf. Again, these are all arcs. They are primarily 2020 arcs, so that's really all there is to it. It's just a mess, but I am hoping to get through most of them this year. We'll see. This is another young adult hardcover shelf. These are my taller books, and most of them are series. I have a few big series there, another series-ish over there, and I got 2 copies of these, which I'm very excited for. But yeah, so I have some special editions in this shelf, but primarily it's just young adult fantasy. And then moving down over here, it is my hardcover as well, and then I have that series that is somewhat paperback, but that's fine. But primarily it's fantasy. And then I have this shelf over here. I basically have been decorating my shelves with random candles, as you can see over there, and then I have that like TBR cart thingy jar over there. But here's another hardcover, and this is what it looks like. And then this shelf was mostly hardcover again, except the Nevermore. I put that there because part of the series of Wondersmith, and I had that there, and obviously this one didn't fit, but I just have it as a display because it's a pretty cover anyway, so it's fine. But yeah, this is primarily fantasy, I want to say, with a few contemporaries in there. And then this is my last shelf of young adults in this room, and these are just the random hardcovers I had left. So nothing really to it. I kind of prioritize based on like books I will read first on top, and then on the bottom where ones are like I'm more meh about. Anyways, this is my last and final arc shelf on here. These are primarily 2020 and just 2020 actually. Just a lot of arcs. Apparently I have a lot of 2020 arcs. And this is my adult hardcover. So I'm very excited for some of these. I have this gorgeous, stunning collector's edition over here, and I have some Empire of the Vampire over here. Some like just some nice copies of hardcovers. And then moving down is my another adult hardcover shelf. These are just some random books I have. I do have a special edition over here from Lumacrate that I like a lot. But yeah, I kind of just base everything on like the height, so you can tell they're all very like uniform. And then this shelf over here is more hardcovers, with the exception of like those 2 books, but they're part of a series, so like it's fine. And I have my Brandon Sen books here because they kind of just fit within, they're about the same height. but these are primarily contemporaries, I would say, with a few fantasies thrown in, and historical fiction maybe. But yeah, they're kind of all over the place in terms of like genres. And this is my book of the month shelf. I like how everything here is so uniform, just because they all happen to be the exact same height, so it just works really well. But it fits perfectly, and I can even stick another book or two in there, so which is good because I'm getting my book of the month box soon. And then this is my final shelf. These are just my adult paperbacks. It's all like my tall-ish paperbacks that I have. This is primarily fantasy just because of how it looks. And yeah. So just a quick overview of all of my shelves here. It looks so pretty now that everything is like basically finalized. So now we have moved on to my other room, which is my bedroom, and I have a few shelves here, so we're gonna go through all of them one by one individually. And yeah, like it is very packed. I feel like this is probably the most organized I can get it to, and I'm calling it a day. I did not actually end up taking out the other 2 bags of books that I found the other day because I was like, there's no more space. Like I barely even have space for the books that I took out already, so I'm not even going to bother taking out those 2 because then I'm just going to stress about where to put them. And I did actually buy another, not bookshelf, but I bought like a cube organizer. I think it's like an 8 cube organizer, so I'm going to double that up as a console table in front, like when I first walk into my apartment. And there is like obviously storage on the bottom, so I'm going to potentially use that as like a secondary or third, whatever, bookshelf as storage. And then it's primarily going to be things that I like walk into the apartment for, like my bags or keys or whatever like that. It's just something to put my stuff down when I first walk in, and I wanted to utilize the space I have, so I'm going to double that up for storage, aka the excess book that I have. So anyways, let's just start with these shelves. These are my red, this whole shelf is my red books. So these are just some series I have on here. I try to organize it by series, and then I had a few like random books in here. And then another series of fantasy of authors that I really like. I think they're all fantasy in here. And then I have this shelf, which is more fantasy because that's apparently what I typically read. This series is honestly so good, and this series is really good too, so highly recommend these 2. Obviously these are good, I mean they're all good, but these 2 I feel like don't get enough hype, so just letting you guys know. And then moving on to this shelf over here, these are just some more hardcovers that, you know, most of these are like standalones, especially on this shelf. And then I have a few over here that are part of series, but like the series didn't come out yet, so like this one is the first, this one's the first, this one's the first. These 2, there's all the one I have. I need to get the other books in this series anyways. And this is my last shelf. Okay, so this is my middle shelf. These are just arcs. These are primarily 2020 arcs, and yeah, that's kind of it. And then down here are some more young adult fantasy. These are some books I just bought recently actually. I bought a bunch of books on this shelf recently, and some here and some here, so I like this shelf a lot. It's just like cute. I forget how small these shelves are compared to the IKEA ones. And then this is another shelf over here. This is primarily hardcovers on one end, and then it was paperbacks because I ran out of hardcovers. And I had that book there because I forgot about that one book, but parts of that series, so I just put them together and it's fine. And this is another shelf I have, my paperback young adults. I tried to organize these by series, so you can see a bunch of series on this end. I have the Red Queen series there. So yeah, this is my bottom shelf. So I have a bunch of like random books here that just didn't fit. I'm able to tell it's very loaded. And then beneath this brick thingy, this wooden thing, this is a series that I won't talk about, so just leave that there. They were expensive, so I just kept the books, and they're very pretty. So anyways, these are all other young adult books I have. And then moving on to my final shelf over here, this is my top one. This is arcs, so these are primarily 2021 arcs actually, with the exception of that book. But I randomly found that book and didn't fit anywhere, so I just left it there. And then this is my young adult fantasy hardcovers again. Well, mostly fantasy, but I have some special editions here and here. Then these are not special. Oh, this one is. But yeah. Oh, and this one is too. Some of these are just like there. I do need to organize these at some point again. This is my adult paperbacks. I have it organized by heights for the most part. Well, these are pretty much all fantasy. Moving down to this shelf over here, this one is adult paperbacks. So this is like all over the place. I have contemporary, I have a few fantasy in here, romances, thrillers. It was just, yeah, whatever fit was going in here. And then this is my last shelf. This is very full, as you can tell. It's like all the way to the freaking top. And I have a bunch of books here just stacked up. Yeah, these are just the random ones that didn't fit in my jigsaw when I was doing this shelf. So I was like, well, you're just going down to this one now, and that was that. So anyways, these are all the books that I have, all the shelves. This is probably the longest video that I've ever done. I am going to be time-lapsing all of them, obviously, because some of these clips are quite long. And there's so much like that I've done. But yeah, I'm excited to kind of like finally show you guys my bookshelf organization, because it has been a long time coming. But now that everything's done, I just have to like throw out my boxes and it's all done. Like, I have finally got rid of like 40 something boxes of books that were just sitting here because I couldn't do anything. And now that they're all unpacked, they're all kind of organized for the most part, I'm very happy about that. So anyways, if you like this video, please do give me a thumbs up and let me know down below which shelf is your favorite, and give me ideas in terms of like how to organize it as well, because right now it is just a mess. Yeah, like I didn't even show you my TBR cards because it's just arcs. Like, there's nothing really else to it, and they're old arcs too, so they're all like before 2020 for the most part. I think it's like 2019 and like older. Anyways, point is though, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more content of me, please don't hesitate to subscribe down below. And as always, don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.